Hello guys, welcome to my channel and this is the editorial video of Deltics round problem B code forces take your places. So basically in this question what we are given, we have been given an array of n integers, right, from a1 till an, right. In one move we can swap a neighboring item, so like this, right. So neighboring items is AI and AJ are said to be neighboring items if I minus j, absolute of I minus j is equal to 1, right. For this element 2, this 3 is also neighbor and this 1 is also neighbor, right. Alright. We want to calculate minimum number of swaps that would be needed to perform so that the array does not contain two neighboring items with same parity. With same parity, what does this word imply? Right. So the same parity implies that suppose the element at this position is odd, then the neighboring element should be even. That means they are of the different parity, right? Alright, so I think the meaning is very much clear. So the constraints are n is of the range 10 power 5. So the order of n solution would work. I mean less than order of n square should work. Order of n square won't work. It would be slow, right? So and each of the elements can be up to ai can be up to 10 power 9 from 1 till 10 power 9. All right. So in the output what we just have to return, we just have to return minimum number of swaps that would be required. If it is not possible at all, then we have to just return -1, right. So let us just check out some test cases for it. Suppose n is equal to 3 and the elements are 6, 6 and 1. So the number of swaps will be equal to 1 only. We can swap this 6 and 1, so the final answer will be 616 and no neighboring elements have same parity, right. So yeah, the next test case is we have one element and that's 9, so number of swap will be equal to 0, right. So we have 6 elements 1 1 1 2 2 2, so the minimum number of swaps would be, firstly we can swap this in this, so it will become 1 1 2 1 2 2, and then we'll swap this second and third element, so it will become 1 2 1 1 2 2, and then we can again swap this element, so this will become finally like this, and we have a total of 3 swaps, 1 2 and this is 3, right. All right. So again another test case is we have this element 8 and 6, so these both are of same parity, so we cannot arrange them in such a way that the neighboring elements will be of different parity, so the answer will be -1 in this case. So I hope you have got the idea and a clear picture about the question. So how can we just solve the question? So basically what I just feel, firstly we just have to consider that the difference, I mean the absolute difference of total number of odd numbers minus total number of even numbers should be less than or equal to 1, right. Only then the answer is possible, otherwise the answer is not possible, because there would be two more extra elements which will be of the type 1 parity, and we cannot arrange them in such a way that they will not become neighbor of each other, right. So yeah, basically what we'll do, we'll just calculate the total we'll just push in a vector, we'll have an odd vector and we have an even vector. So basically firstly we'll check out this condition. If this condition is being satisfied, then we'll store all the elements, I mean in indexes of all the odd numbers in it and indexes of even number in it. So first case we'll consider that the number is type of the elements are arranged in odd even type fashion, and the second case would be even odd type fashion, right. So basically if we consider this case in, so for this place, I mean this is index 0 1 2 3 so on. So if at even place the element is already odd, we will move on. If it is even, then what we will just check out, uh, if it is even, then we'll just check out where is the nearest odd element present, and the nearest odd element wherever it will be present, that will be basically I minus what is this current position modulus. This will be the, we will add this to our answer, right? So yeah, similarly is for the case even odd type, and the minimum of these two will be our final answer. So I hope you have got this solution approach to this problem. If you still haven't got the solution approach, you may refer to my code for better intuitions. So thank you guys for watching. Keep coding.